door's open, so come and play. And all at once, the four of them leapt through it. Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they'd entered through. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on it for authentication one by one. It stopped. Yes, it stopped. The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding his chest, like a frantic, thunderous drum. He felt as though it might shake itself up and out of his throat. Ooh. He'd been through the doors 3 times before. Well, more than that if you count multiple playthroughs. But repetition had not dulled the experience. He was not anxious to find it dulled, however. He hoped to be free of the ridiculous game long before that happened. Alright, let's go! With that attempt at good humor, Junpei took a deep breath and began to walk. He jogged down the stairs at the end of the hallway and found himself staring at a large door. Ooh, a door. It was a heavy thing, made of iron, and more than a little threatening. He took hold of the bar that served as its doorknob and shoved it down. The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal. None of the accents of wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. This room was purely functional, but utterly tremendous. Whoa, what the hell is this? Santa got out a few words before awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps. It was easily the largest room they'd seen, and yet it was somehow closed and oppressive. The ceiling was at least 2 stories high, if not significantly more. It was easily several hundred feet across, and appeared to stretch the entire width of the ship. In the center of that gargantuan room stood a massive rounded building. Even from a distance, the sheer bulk of it was oppressive. Junpei could feel the room, the building, even the air pressing down on him. Junpei and the others were standing on scaffoldings that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Junpei thought, although that didn't seem particularly important. Alright, let's head downstairs. Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way, eventually, to the floor beneath them. This is exciting. And interesting. So at the end of this, after we go through the door, are we going to find the 9 door on our own, or what's going to happen there? I'm intrigued. I think this is all new stuff, I think, unless I somehow get the same ending, even though I went through entirely different doors. They moved around toward the opposite side of the massive building, following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, Ace suddenly spoke up. This looks to be the steam engine room. Oh boy, the steam engine! That reminds me of Disney, because, you know, Steamboat Mickey and whatever it was called. Or Steamboat Willie? I don't know. Mickey was in it. Speaking of Disney, what is your favorite Disney cartoon? I'm talking, like, well, I guess it don't have to necessarily be an old one, but it has to be not the Pixar style. That I don't remember the difference. The hand-drawn style, whatever that one's called. Maybe it's just called the hand-drawn style, you know, stuff like Aladdin and Lion King and all that. Then what's your favorite Disney one of those, Disney movie? If I had to pick mine, wow, asked this question, I wasn't sure what it was. I've done this a lot recently, haven't I? I don't know, maybe it's more power to me. I'll think of mine, you think of yours. Yes, the thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. Do you see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put on into those, and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine. This one is simply somewhat larger. I see. Even if Ace was right, the boiler was boiling nothing as they approached it. He knows a lot about boats that don't relate to this boat. There's gotta be something up with that. I highly doubt they're random facts. I mean, they could be, but, I mean, he's old, right? So he'd know a lot of random facts, but still. The entire room was as silent as the grave. Suddenly, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned, just in time to see June collapse to her knees. What? Oh my god, this again? What is wrong? Are you alright? He dashed toward her and wrapped his arms around her shoulders to steady her. It was then that he noticed. You're really warm! Is your fever coming back? Yes. Yes it is, probably. But I'm fine. You don't look fine. Please don't worry about me. What is up with you? Do you have some kind of condition? Or do you get seasick? Or do you get motion sick? I just need to rest, and I'll be fine. Her voice was weak and forced, and it said a great deal more than her words did. Junpei carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall, as if she no longer had the strength to support it, and drew a ragged breath. Her eyes were empty, as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. Junpei felt his hand ball itself into a fist and clenched tight, his knuckles whitening. He had to find a way out, and quickly. For June! He turned and looked at Ace and Santa in turn. They might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his concern. Well, actually, I think Santa probably shares the depth of your concern if he's a super stalker like I think. Seems like the most likely answer to the riddle of why he had to wait for June is he's got a major crush on her. He didn't need words to express the urgency of their solution. Alright, let's get started. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon. She managed a small nod before leaning back to rest her head on the wall. Alright, more investigating. This is good. This will give me time to actually think of my answer to my own question. I was actually originally thinking of, hey, you know, boats, maybe I'll ask something about transportation, but then I realized I don't really know any transportation-like questions that I would have a good answer to. Any favoritism questions, that is. I could ask a scientific question that I wouldn't know the answer to, but that'd be kind of weird. 1, 2, 3, oh, yeah, there's that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 main things before, you know, going deeper in. Let's start on the most right then. Geez, favorite Disney movie. That's hard. You'd think it would be easy, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Disneys, so oops, sorry. There's a thick iron door blocking our way. You think this is the most Disney experience I have is in Kingdom Hearts. Can I cop out and say my favorite movie is a game? Yes. Oh, I can? Thanks. It looks like the exit. Looks like the door slides up into the ceiling. What is this? Given its placement, this must unlock the door to the left. There's a weird indentation in the top of this thing. You think that means you have to insert something here? Yes, I would imagine so. The handrail. I should pay attention to that. All the while I was thinking of what my favorite Disney thing is. I'm drawing a blank here, guys. I'm drawing a blank. It might be Peter Pan. But it wouldn't be the Disney Peter Pan. But I don't know if it's still Disney or not. It would be the live action one. Just because that's I remember watching that recently and thinking, hey, no, that's better than I remember it. But it looks like this unlocks the door. There's a depression here that looks like the outline of 3 circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. You know what? I haven't seen it in a long time. And in fact, the most I know about it is probably, I remember it most through Kingdom Hearts, again. But Beauty and the Beast, I like that setup. So that's probably it until I think of something else. Yeah, anyways, I have to re-examine this stuff because I don't remember what was said. Oh, 3 circles, so we probably need 3 kind of key things. Gotcha. I think I get it now. There are a number of wooden boxes piled up at the bottom of the stairs. They're all empty. Empty, no. The catwalk on the upper floor. There's a staircase that reaches out from the catwalk to the boiler. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. Okay. Look, Ace! It's some kind of snowman secret meeting. Those are just bags full of sand. You use them as a counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. This is a pulley system. It's right here's a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. I got a pulley system. Game sense making? Of course not. This gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. It's a silver gear, like you, Silver. I mean, Santa. Do you think it's made of pure silver? No way. Silver's way too soft to use for a gear. It's gotta be a steel or iron gear that's been coated with silver. Ugh. Shouldn't have called it a silver gear then. Shouldn't have got your hopes up. Were you thinking you'd haul this thing back? Nah, but I think Seven could probably carry it, don't you? I'd laugh at your joke, but then I remember you turn on us, so actually, you don't bring Seven with you. So, I don't know. Anyways, the conveyor belt runs into a sort of arch tunnel. Okay, that's enough thinking about the alternate path. Focus on this path for now. Da-da-da. What else do we got? Oh. Wait, I thought, wasn't it, what? Are you serious that I can just, well, what is the point of that? What is the actual point of that? This is the huge oven for the boiler. There are 3 open areas in it. Each of the open areas is a gear in it. Fancy. Oh hey. The gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. Gold? A golden gear. It doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well then, I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. So is there like a gold, silver, and bronze? And we have to do something with each to get like 3 circles? It looks like there's a door over here in this tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into this door. The door appears to be welded shut, however. Ooh, what you say? Stairs to the upper floor. They're connected to the boiler. Okay. I'd say this is probably here to move coal from place to place. It probably comes from over there. And then the belt carries it down the tunnel and out here. So if the conveyor belt was moving, yes, the coal would almost certainly come out here. So how do we make it move? Oh. Now look at that button. It's glowing orange, right? That's gotta mean something. I guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything, Santa. Nothing. Well, what's in here? It's a square hole. Nothing in here. Ah, look at the back wall there. I can see 3 small slots. Terminals for some sort of connector, perhaps? Perhaps indeed. I mean, you think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Well, a tunnel goes all the way across the ship. Okay, what else am I doing? Oh, okay, get back to this in a second. Oh, so interesting. So the middle one's bronze, right? The gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. And a huge bronze gear. This has to be important. Yeah. Is this the same golden gear? A huge golden gear. I have a feeling it's important. I think it might be important. A huge silver gear. I've got a feeling it's important. I think these are different gears, unless they could be weird if they were the same. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. There are a number of these little windows along the inside of this thing. I think you're supposed to put coal in through those, but they're well just shut. I don't think we can get those open. Well, darn. What are these? I believe this opening is for fueling the furnace. If we were to put some coal in here and ignite it, and the steam engine might start working, it's certainly possible. An opening for fueling the furnace. This is the bottom of the massive boiler. Okay, let's see. What am I... Don't tell me I'm stuck already. Okay, what haven't I examined? Yeah, so what am I missing here? Conveyor belt comes out of a sort of poop. It's great. It's great. Where do I go? This has got to be a joke. Oh, hey, yeah, there is 3. So let's see. There's one here. Oh, they are the same ones then, probably. A huge bronze gear. This has to be important. Okay. I guess they might actually be the same ones then. Oh man, Juppie, I can't believe I missed something so important. What's so important? Look at these stairs. Look at them carefully. That gap. The height. That angle. Angel. It's perfect. Perfect? Perfect for what? Whatever, just bring Clover here right now. What? Tell her she needs to walk up and down these stairs. What? Huh? Clover's not here. What the hell is he talking about? Okay, either that's a joke about, you know, catwalk, she's a girl, or they were both on the ship, so maybe this is something that they were doing before on the ship. But if they were on the ship, Santa, why is he being a dick? Unless my theory about him not being a dick and having some secret plan was right, so my head hurts. There's a barrel under the stairs, sweet. Fortunately, it's empty. There's a bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall. Alright, look through those. There's nothing there. Is there nothing anywhere? Where do we get some darn items? What? What? Are you joking? Don't freak out. That's gotta be something that's, oh, well, I think I know what happened. You see this? This is a group of stairs that I can go up if I click on the right portion of the stairs. It's totally not extremely hard to tell that these are stairs and that you need to click on the right portion to actually go up them, because clicking on other parts will actually click on stuff that's through the stairs, which would make you assume clicking on any of the parts would click on what's through the stairs, if these are even stairs, because it doesn't look that much like stairs at this angle. Definitely not. This is definitely not bad game design. This is just me being stupid. Right? Right. Okay. Oh, I can go up even further. Well, isn't that magnificent? Don't complain. I'm not stuck anymore. Don't complain. Okay. These two columns are different from the others. The lights are red. There are a whole bunch of lights here. Most of them are yellow, except for 2 columns on the right. 3 sliders on the left are down, but this one is up. There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we are meant to do something rather specific with them. Jippy, why don't you move the slider down? Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. Nothing. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow. Yeah, you'd think they'd go yellow when I did that, but I guess they don't. No, they don't really match up, because I was thinking like, well, maybe 2, 2, 2, but then it's like, no, there's an extra one, so. saying if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond somehow? I suppose that's one way of putting it. And the slider's down. Guess this feels like giving it a try. Nothing. Nothing button. Won't move at all. Okay. Up more. Oh hey, this has an A. We aren't gonna get anywhere with the pile of boxes here. The hell's in these things anyway? They're way too heavy to move. And the furnace for the massive boiler. Feels like I'm in a building built for another building. One of the doors in the furnace, there's an A on it. There's a circle wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give this sucker a twist. This has got to do something important. Like, give a pathway. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. And it's totally pitch black in there. We should, go in there. Alright. Let's go. This looks just like the door we went into. So, here's something funny. The only other time we can potentially be with June in door, 6, as opposed to the original one we went through, door 4, we're not even really with June. Where are we? We must be on the other side, yes? Which should put us directly above the conveyor belt? At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. Bullshit! Other than this room, I've investigated everything, buddy. The furnace for the enormous boiler. It says A on the door. Or, well, okay, A, B, and C. The catwalk. Oh, the catwalk. Anytime I think of catwalk, I remember this scene from the one, Married with Children special. I think it was a season finale, like 3-part thingy, where they were, I believe, was it in Uncton? Something like that. But anyways, there was a really funny plot to that. I don't know if you've seen it before, but looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt housing the something. Then coal must come out of this pipe onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. The pipe that goes to the conveyor belt. Look at that great grammar, guys. This game was definitely not proofread to the max. Probably proofread quite a bit, but they let some stuff slip through. Furnace for the enormous boiler. It says B on the door. Alright, let's stop screwing around. When in doubt, go with C, right? Some scaffold on the wall over there. So let's start with C then. Are there like things? Oh, okay, this is getting pretty cray-cray. There's a wooden box hanging beneath the catwalk. Oh my gosh, so much stuff to investigate. The damn pile of boxes is blocking my way. Looks like a hand-operated winch. It doesn't look like there's any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. Of course not. Nothing's attached to anything. Yeah, hand-operated winch. Don't see a wheel to operate it with, though. So it might as well be pointless. There's a wooden box in the end of the rope hanging from the winch. Looks like there's something in the box. Yeah, it's because it's, being weighted or whatever. Let's try B door. So I think I kind of get what's going on, but if that's the case, there's got to be something important through B door. Wait a second, are there more doors? Or more doors? I'll check that in a second. Is this the same thing, or? Oh no, it's something different. This winch looks like the other one we saw earlier. Although this one has a wheel on it. So, the wheel? Use the wheel. Alright, let's give this wheel a spin. What does it do? What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Maybe you're not supposed to? Gah! Ah, shit. It came off! It's a wheel that seems to be part of the winch. There's some pegs on the back that look like they go into the holes on the winch. So I guess we're supposed to use this somewhere. Finally, an item! Good job, genius, you broke it. I didn't break it. It broke by itself. Mommy. It broke by itself, Mommy. I didn't do it. So do I use this on this? Is this the trick? Hand-operated winch. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah, I got the wheel I pulled off the other winch, don't I? See if it fits. Sweet, it's a perfect fit. Like they were made for each other. Probably were. Let's shake it all. Good. Should be able to turn this now. Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. For whatever purpose that serves. You see the wooden box? It's underneath the catwalk. Can you see it? I can see it. It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? I can see it. Looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I'm not sure what it is. Device? At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Mr. Obvious. Sorry, Captain. Alright, I'll turn the wheel. Huh, what's this? What happened? This wheel only turns to the left. You mean like to the left to the left? It only turns to the left. That means you can't reel up that rope. Yeah, we can only let the rope down. That works too. We just let it down and then get it from the bottom. I don't think that'll be a problem. Simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. I will be counting on you, Junpei. Yeah, whatever. I do everything, right? ... Ellipses. I believe the box has reached the floor. Menu. Story segment? Yeah. He stuck his head over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently hung just below the catwalk now sat on the floor. It had come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt. Near where June had collapsed. Oh no! It didn't fall on June, did it? Yes, it did. She's dead. Ah! That's a different ending. Junpei could see her, still leaning against the wall as if she barely had the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she had not improved. He almost thought he could see heat rising from her body. She doesn't seem to be improving. Ace's expression was inscrutable, but it said what they'd all been thinking. So I don't suppose I can ask Santa if she was acting like this in the other pathway, could I? Gosh darn it. Well, of course not. She's not gonna just get better right away, you know. It'll take time. Actually, last time she did get better right away. He tried desperately to convince himself that what he'd said was true. What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps? Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion. Santa's response was confident and certain. She gets dropped in some weird-ass shit, forced to play some messed-up game. You think about it, it's a lot weirder that we are freaking out just like her. You know? I get the freaking out, but fever? Really? You're saying we're abnormal? A lot of us are. Especially you, Santa, you jerk. Just run around this room solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. Although, to be fair, for one thing, you might have actually already done this, if what Clover said was right. And for another thing, a lot of people, like, you know, at least, you know, in fiction, typically it tries to show the evilness of man, so maybe it's abnormal that to be too good. I don't know. How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs. Santa snorted in disgust. A guinea pig. You mean like a lab rat? You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying? Don't know. But it does seem like a possibility, you know? With that, he turned and walked away from the winch.